shareholders and bondholders and 100,000 plus deposit holders, they will share the cost of bailouts, a significant bail-in, according to Dijsselbloem. This is good news, right?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a step in the right direction, and it is going some way to try and get European banking union. I think there's a real concern that this deal doesn't get ratified. It's got to go through the European Parliament by the end of 2013. And actually, I think the big fear is when it comes to a bank in trouble is, are the countries going to stick to the rules, or are they going to be exceptional circumstances which require a different set of rules for that bank?
Well, and there's also some flexibility over how much national governments will put in. Could this be an Achilles heel as well?
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's the problem. There's no hard, fast rules because they're trying to accommodate countries with massively different financial positions and banks that are completely different. So I think the idea is good. I think when it comes down to a bank failing, there's going to be a lot of squabbling, and actually countries are going to have to bail in the banks rather than the taxpayers.
But the initial reaction seems to be positive, and of course, leaders meet later today. It will put them in better mood, surely, and it shows that maybe Europe can and is getting to grips with the financial crisis.
Well, I think it shows that they can come to an agreement after a very, very long set of talks. And I don't think the European leaders have got a handle on what's going on in Europe. I think Germany has no interest in solving this crisis because it has an artificially weak currency, and they really are pulling the strings. So I think it shows they can make agreement, but it's an agreement that a lot of parties know won't actually come into force when it comes down to it.
Okay, but as I said there, the initial reaction does seem to be positive, and are we going to see that play out in markets later today?
Yeah, I think we are going to see positive markets. I think we're taking our lead from Europe's taking its lead from China and the US very strongly, and I think this is a good opportunity to buy into markets at a discounted rate as we've seen this sell-off. I think I don't think the Fed are going to start tapering until Q1 2014 at the very earliest. So I think this is an opportunity to get involved and get long these stock markets.